Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing the Crysis franchise. So I'll show you Crysis 1, Warhead, 2 and Crysis 3. There should be an upcoming Crysis 1 remastered. Once that releases, I'll update the description to add a link to that test. So at the moment when I saw that announcement, I remember that these games existed and I had to test them on some GPUs. So first on Crysis 1 and Warhead, they have the same options menu basically, but Warhead seems to be running a little bit better. I'll be using 1080p with 2x MSAA. On Warhead that will be 4x MSAA. Then at 1440p I'll just lower the object detail from the highest to high, excepting on Warhead since on that one I'll keep it maxed out. In general those two games stay over 60 frames per second most of the time, but there are some levels where the performance is absolutely terrible. So yeah, it seems to be a thing by the age of the game. It doesn't fully utilize our CPUs, so the GPU usage drops, especially when looking far into the distance. It can also happen when there are tons of effects on screen, but in general it's a completely playable experience, just in some levels you have some problems, like everybody else. And I'll talk to you again on Crysis 2.
Attack system back online. Proceed to the LZ. Folk engaged. Moving out. Maximum speed. Shit, they've called in reinforcements. Enemy units headed your way. Maximum armor. Attack system back online. Proceed to the...
Some operations at the beach resort. Head there and be ready.
Bombs away. Affirmative.
Hot damn!
Sierra Lead, new orders from JSOC. Reallocating Sierra 2 for ground support role.
Roger, Command. Negative, Command. Send Sierra 3.
Sierra 3 has already been allocated.
What she means is your gin-soaked ass is surplus to requirements. But you wanted action, Sierra 2. Well, now you've got it. Yeah, okay. Ground support. I copy.
Sierra 2 Command. Priority is target acquisition and neutralization. Secondary is recon. Keep your comcam rolling.
I've detected the Korean Milnet. Access their tactical network and let's see what they've got cooking. With a bit of luck, we might be able to pick up more than just intel.
Maximum speed. Maximum armor.
찾아낸다 이 아메리칸.
Hot damn!
Sierra Lead. New orders from JSOC. Reallocating Sierra 2 for ground support role.
Roger, Command. Negative, Command. Send Sierra 3.
Sierra 3 has already been allocated.
What she means is your gin-soaked ass is surplus to requirements. But you wanted action, Sierra 2. Well, now you've got it. Yeah, okay. Ground support. I copy.
Sierra 2 Command. Priority is target acquisition and neutralization. Secondary is recon. Keep your comcam rolling.
I've detected the Korean Milnet. Access their tactical network and let's see what they've got cooking. With a bit of luck, we might be able to pick up more than just intel.
Engaged. Energy critical. Maximum speed. Maximum armor.
Now on Crysis 2, I'll show you again 1080p and 1440p. It will be that way across the entire video on all the games. And for 1080p, I'll just max it out, even with the DX11 options. This game was originally a DX9 title, but months later they released a DX11 patch with high resolution textures plus extra effects. So all that is enabled in the 1080p section, and the game stays over 60 frames per second. Sometimes it drops below 60 when looking far into the distance in very specific places, but it's way more playable than the previous games in the difficult levels to run, to say it in some way. Then at 1440p, in order to get closer to 60 frames per second, I had to lower some things from Ultra to Extreme, such as Gammaxx, object, post-processing, shading and shadows. Just don't max it out if you want to be close to 60. I'll talk to you again on Crysis 3.
The camp. Target sighted. Covert oversight. We have our eyes on profit. We're at the capital. Some backup. Keep them pinned down. Back up the road. Push forward! Push target! Move! Down below! Engaged. Heads up! He's cloaked! Probably flanking us! Get over here! Need some assistance! Engaged. Incoming fire! Damn it! Man down! Oh!
And finally, Crysis 3. This is on the level that has tons of grass, some enemies, water, and I'll be trying to cause some effects on screen. On 1080p this will be with the maximum settings, except in anti-aliasing that will be on SMAA T2X, which looks good enough in my opinion. Then at 1440p I lowered object to medium, particles to high, post-processing, stats on very high, Gammaxx as well. Shading shadows on water will be lowered to medium, and that should be enough to be over 50 frames per second. Without recording it should be closer to 60 in most cases, but you'll also notice on the frame time graph that there are some spikes here and there, especially when attacking the enemy or looking to certain parts of the map. That can be remedied by just getting a faster CPU. 6 cores and 6 threads should also be enough, but expect that if you're targeting 60 frames per second, the stutters should be way less noticeable. But yeah guys, that's about it. I hope you keep enjoying the video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.
Security lockdown inefficient.
Give him him! Oh!
Warning. Insurgent activity reported in perimeter structure.
Check the area where you last saw him.
Warning. Primary asset has been destroyed.
Move from here! Fire! I'm covering you! Watch your sectors, move and shoot!
Gunslinger 2-1, action. Enemy ICOM chatter indicates they're still in the area. How copy?
Good copy. We're just coming up on the area now, over. Charlie team, take the lead.
Roger. Think it was the rebels?
No way. They've been trying to hit that tower for weeks.
Those electric arrowheads you got can light up a large area. Try them out in the lake there.
Insurgent activity reported in perimeter structure.
Heads up, Prophet. Cell reinforcements en route.
Threat level is now elevated.
I'm being suppressed! I need help! Move in and find him.
Security lockdown.
Alpha, haul ass!
Nanovision enabled.
Cover me! Check it! Shoot him! Frag him! All right, move on his last position. Pin him down!
Warning. Primary asset has been destroyed. Warning. Insurgent activity.